There once lived a young American named Jack. One autumn evening, Jack decided to spend the night at an old, abandoned cemetery located outside the town. His friends often told him scary stories about ghosts and mysterious disappearances, and Jack decided to see for himself. The night was dark, and a cold wind howled through the graves, making the trees creak and the leaves rustle. Jack walked along a narrow path, illuminating his way with a flashlight. Suddenly, he heard muffled footsteps behind him. Turning around, he saw no one, but the feeling that someone was watching him persisted. Soon he reached an old crypt, which was said to be the haunt of restless spirits. Jack resolutely entered. Inside, it was dark and damp. Suddenly, he noticed a shadow gliding along the wall. Jack froze, his heart pounding. The shadow became more distinct, and soon a ghostly figure appeared before him. The ghost spoke to Jack in a hoarse voice. "Why have you come here, living one? This is a place of rest for the dead." Gathering all his courage, Jack replied, "I want to know the truth. What are you doing here?" The ghost paused for a moment, then its face softened. It began to tell its story. It turned out that this was the spirit of a local resident named Henry, who had been buried in the cemetery many years ago. Henry had been wrongfully accused of a crime and executed. His spirit could not find peace due to the injustice that had happened to him. Jack, struck by what he heard, decided to help Henry. He promised that he would return to the town and try to find evidence of Henry's innocence. The ghost thanked Jack and disappeared, leaving only a slight chill in the air. The next day, Jack went to the local archive and began researching old documents. After a long search, he found evidence proving Henry's innocence. Jack handed these documents over to the authorities, and Henry's name was cleared. When Jack returned to the cemetery, he felt that the atmosphere had changed. It no longer seemed so grim and sinister. Jack sensed that Henry's spirit had finally found peace. He knew he had done the right thing, and the cemetery no longer scared him. On the contrary, it had become a place where he felt the power of justice and human kindness.